Hello and welcome to the fourth lesson here. This is the third video, third topic, and we're going to review splitting content, splitting discussions inside of forums. And this is good for keeping the content relative and keeping it organized inside of the forum so that users don't get lost when searching for content. And so, for example, we've already gone ahead and created an activity discussion here, and this activity discussion has two different types of content in it. We have test content, and then we actually have names of movies. And so what we're doing with this is we need to say, okay, I want to take the names of movies and everything underneath it, so Dumb and Dumber, Lord of the Rings, Ford versus Ferrari, and I want to move that to its own discussion because that's about movies. It's not about just plain activity module. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the three dots next to Dumb and Dumber. I'm going to click the button that says Split. And what I want to do is I want to create a new discussion. Yes, I definitely do. What I want to create is movies as the discussion. So I went ahead and I created that. I'm going to click the button that says Split. So that the discussion has been split. That means that it has then created a new discussion called movies, which then shows 3 replies. So now we have that set here, Lord of the Rings, Ford versus Ferrari, and then the other one, Dumb and Dumber, became the first comment inside of the discussion. So what we can do also is we can say, okay, what if I just want to move one of these into their own? That's going to be the next video, but before we go on to that, I want to show you how we can do another thing with splitting that makes the content even better. So for instance, if we want to create more content based off of prior content, so we have this activity continued here. This one was created from the main activity feed. So now what I can say is, all right, I want to just take test 1 and I want to move that. Yeah, we can do that, but I can also take it and say, okay, I'm going to make activity discussion number 3. So I'm going to split this one as well. And then we can see that we're going to split it and we're going to say activity, we're going to say split of activity. So it was already there for us. So now we can say, okay, this one is a split of the original activity. The discussion has been split. Let's go ahead and refresh. And now we see we have activity continued, activity, the main, and then we have the split of the main activity. So you can decide how you want to take your content and appropriate it around inside of your forum. One of the things here as an admin, in order for us to delete these forums, we have to go into the super admin because what it does is it gives us the ability to have an administrative protection over the forums themselves. So let's go down to Sandbox and switch. I want to show you this real quick inside super admin in the Decyphor template. If we go down here to forums, we can see discussions, replies, groups, forums, etc. Okay? So the discussions is what we had there. So let's click on discussions. And we should see multiple discussions here lined out. Activity continued, that's a draft. That's the one that we kind of want to get rid of. So I'm going to click the trash button. And that's been moved to the trash. If we go out and back in, we should see it gone. And it's gone. So let's go ahead and let's do the same for the split of activity because it's really not something that we need. We're going to delete it, go back, and go back into discussions. And we'll see that it's gone. And then last but not least, I want to get rid of the trash, or I want to get rid of the movies and send that one to the trash. So I've sent that one to the trash. And now I want to go into the trash by clicking the trash button. I'm going to select all. I'm going to go down here to bulk actions, and I'm going to delete permanently. Now you can restore them if you'd like, but as an admin, you can clean up your forum this way, and it will be silent to the users. It could be done in the middle of them creating inside of the discussions, inside of the forums. Let's go back to Decyphor, and let's go into our group knowledge base and back into our discussions, and we can see that we're back to normal. We've got use cases, showcase, activity, integrations, notifications, forums, courses, groups, members. The activity is back to normal with no replies. So we can start the process over again. So if you make a mistake in this situation where you're merging and splitting content, you can go back into the back, you can restore, you can merge content back together, split it, resplit it, you can do whatever you want. The last thing we're going to review here is moving content, moving discussions, and we'll review that in the next video. So on to the next topic.